Strange and Scary Mysteries of the Month, November 2018. Strange and Scary Mysteries of the Month is a compilation of the weird, disturbing, and downright baffling stories currently happening in our world. From UFOs to serial killers, ancient sites, mysterious creatures, and even ghosts. These are the Strange and Scary Mysteries of the Month for November 2018. Number 5. Middle schoolers arrested. Recently, 2 young girls, ages 11 and 12, were found inside their school bathroom with a barrage of weapons. Their plan? To murder their classmates in the form of a satanic ritual. Caught by school officials hiding inside the bathroom of Bartow Middle School in Florida, the girls stashed knives, a goblet, a pizza cutter, and knife sharpener with them while hiding. When asked what exactly they were doing, they told the principal they were definitely going to murder at least one of their classmates, but hoped to kill around 15 to 25 in total. They said they were devoted Satanists and thought that by killing people, they would expedite their journey to hell. Both girls were hiding in the bathroom, hoping a smaller classmate would go inside so they could attack her, cut up her body, drink her blood, and then eat her flesh before taking their own lives. The plot was uncovered when the girls were declared missing from class on a Tuesday afternoon in October of 2018. A call was placed to the girls' homes, asking their parents if they were around. The mother of one of them called back and said that as far as she knew, her child was in school. A search was underway and the assistant principal found the 2 pupils in the bathroom with their stash of weapons. They informed authorities and a search was done in the girls' bedrooms of their homes. It was there authorities found clues as to what they were plotting. They had multiple handwritten maps and plans, including phrases like, "Go to the kill bathroom." The pair also exchanged multiple text messages with each other as they plotted exactly what they were going to do. As interviews of the girls were conducted, they explicitly stated that they were Satan worshippers and engaged in the plan because they wanted to head to hell faster as opposed to simply killing themselves, adding, they came up with the plot while watching horror movies. Both of them were taken into custody and charged with conspiracy to commit murder, carrying a concealed weapon, possession of a weapon on school property, as well as the disruption of school functions. It remains to be seen whether prosecutors will try them as juveniles or adults, and currently they're being held at a juvenile detention center. Number 4. 5 dimes found or missing. William Creighton might not be a familiar name to many, but to millions of betting fans he is known as 5 Dimes Tony. Owner of the famous sportsbook site 5 Dimes, he built his empire and made millions through his company. 5 Dimes has become one of the biggest online gambling sites in the United States since it first opened in 1998. Aside from the rapid growth of his company, 5 Dimes Tony is also known for his brashness and no-nonsense bluntness, even with his customers. However, the online community was recently shocked when they heard Tony was reported missing on October 16, 2018. A longtime expat to Costa Rica, he had been living and operating his business in the country. Tony was last seen on September 24th leaving his office. He gave his coworker a ride to Caribbean and since then hadn't been seen. His wife reported him missing the next day and soon the local police confirmed they were investigating his disappearance. During that investigation, they found Tony's crashed Porsche Cayenne Turbo, which looked like it had been forced off the road during the night in question. Witnesses came forward and at least 2 individuals were seen to be on bikes in the area, while 2 more were in a BMW. Days after, a media outlet reported that Tony's wife had received a ransom call shortly after he went missing. It was stated that she paid the money, which was somewhere between $750,000 to $1 million for Tony's release. However, this hasn't been confirmed or denied. Initially, many believe it was a kidnap for ransom case, but then tragically on October 20th, police found Tony's body. They would not say in what state or how he was killed. Of course, because of his status as a prominent figure, his death is entangled in various rumors. There are those who say he faked his own death, and others saying he was taken out by the many enemies he made from being too blunt and brash in his dealings. Currently, the investigation is ongoing. Number 3. 100 dead rabbits. The small town of Ménilly-Tréjou in France is baffled and terrified because there's a serial killer on the loose that is actively hunting down pet rabbits. Starting August of this year, a mysterious killer has been accessing lofts and burglarizing homes. Once inside, the perpetrator finds the pet rabbits, then beats and bludgeons them to death. Many of the homeowners are elderly, and it's believed the killer has struck at least 15 times in the last few months alone. Police have appealed for witnesses to come forward since it seems the killer has returned time and again to certain homes. In one house, the killer returned 4 times, attacking and killing 20 of them in total. At least one witness reported surprising the rabbit killer, but says that he managed to get away. Sylvie Couler, who lives in Langot and has lost 6 rabbits to the killer, said she walked in on him one morning at around 9:30 and apparently scared him off. She went to the police and found out that this wasn't the first reported incident like this in the area. She described the man as wearing a long raincoat with a black hat. The mayor has issued a statement asking for help in identifying or reporting encounters with the possible culprit. He's hesitant to believe the killer is a resident in the town that only boasts 1,300 people, but does admit that they knew of the houses that had rabbits in them, so it must be someone with knowledge of the area. The odd thing about this individual is that he never touches the other animals in the homes aside from the rabbits. Some of the pet rabbits were placed in hutches together with geese and chicken, however these were never killed. The search for this killer is currently ongoing. Number 2. Whitey Bulger dead at 89. Notorious mobster James Whitey Bulger once led a life of organized crime and murder. It was a double life, however, for a long time, as he was a notorious South Boston mobster, but also worked as an FBI informant. He spent 16 years on the run before he was finally captured in 2013. Since then, Bulger has spent his life in prison. In the last few years, he's been transferred around to various jails. His latest transfer was to Hazleton Federal Penitentiary in Brewston Mills, West Virginia, and it's a place known for its violence. At 89, Bulger was transported in a wheelchair, and on the very same day, 2 individuals were seen heading inside his cell when it opened for mealtime at 6 a.m. When Bulger didn't show up for breakfast, the guards checked his cell. There they found him wrapped up in a blanket, and when the guards tried to wake him up, blood spilled onto the floor. Bulger had been brutally beaten to death. Although there are no official reports just yet, insiders who spoke on anonymity have said Bulger was beaten by 2 inmates, one who was a former mafia hitman incarcerated in the prison for a 2003 murder. However, there are suspicions as to why Bulger was transferred to the West Virginia prison and conveniently ended up dead less than 24 hours later. During his heyday, he dominated the South Boston streets, and because of his unpredictable personality, he was heavily feared. He sold drugs in the neighborhoods he controlled, and the rules he lived by included only trusting in the Irish, never lying to friends, and most of all, to never rat to authorities. At least that's what he told everyone who worked for him. But of course, this last one he broke himself. It was revealed that for more than 15 years he was actually an FBI informant. He snitched on the mafia, and in turn, the FBI turned a blind eye to his crimes. The arrangement helped Bulger get away with 19 murders and also put an innocent man in prison. However, in December of 1994, Bulger disappeared and began life on the run. An undercover agent who had been his handler for years tipped him that the FBI were about to unseal documents that could help lead to his arrest. Bulger disappeared with companion Catherine Gregg, and despite international searches, the two remained elusive. After Osama bin Laden was killed, Bulger then moved to the top of the FBI's most wanted list. Him and Gregg had plastic surgery to alter their appearance and lived in a beachside apartment in Santa Monica, California. They also adopted the names Charlie and Carol Gasco. Eventually, though, a tip about them was passed to the FBI and they were arrested on June 22, 2011. Bulger was found guilty on 31 counts of racketeering and 11 murders and sent to prison for the remainder of his life. Number 1. Jamie Claus. When police responded to a 911 call from Barron County, Wisconsin, they didn't expect to arrive to a gruesome murder scene. But when authorities arrived to the Claus home on October 15, 2018, they found James Claus, who was 56, and his wife Denise, who was 46, dead inside their home. Both were killed with several gunshot wounds, And during the investigation, police believe the couple's 13-year-old daughter Jamie was also at home during the attack. They think she may have been taken. Jamie is now currently the subject of an Amber Alert as detectives scramble to find out exactly what happened to her. The FBI stepped in to assist with the investigation, and local police admit they are frustrated with the lack of leads. They're even unsure as to which one of the family members made the 911 call, since dispatchers weren't able to speak with anyone, but could hear a disturbance happening in the home. Police have searched the area surrounding the residence, making sure the girl didn't run off into the woods while fleeing her attackers. However, police are still investigating. They recreated the crime scene to make sure they didn't miss anything, and right now, they are tight-lipped about the details surrounding the incident. Police cleared up that Jamie isn't considered a suspect, but stopped short in proclaiming she was abducted until they have all the information they need. According to them, their top priority is to find Jamie and make sure she is safe. On the other hand, many are jumping in with their own theories about the girl's disappearance. While it was clear her parents died a violent death, it was unclear whether Jamie was taken forcibly or not. Some theorists propose she might have met an older boy and plotted to kill her parents because they disapproved of the relationship. Others say she might have been abducted. There are also those who propose she might have been abducted as part of a sex trafficking ring, but currently there is no clear proof of this. However, there are 3 vehicles of interest in the investigation that police are searching for. They include a 2004 to 2010 black Acura MDX, a 2006 to 2010 black Ford Edge, and a 2008 to 2014 red or orange Dodge Challenger. These were taken from tips collected and called in. Currently, Jamie Claus is still missing. So there were the strange and scary mysteries of the month for November 2018. Every day we encounter strange and scary stories that most of us don't know what to make of. These are just a handful, but there's still so much more to uncover. If you enjoy watching this video, then please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. We have new videos every Wednesday and Saturday that we know you'll want to check out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.